What's up, guys and gals? How you doing? Today we talk about a horror slash thriller and action movie, I would say, called Game Over from 1989. Now, this is a French movie, believe it or not, and I never even heard of this until one of my friends, who's a fan of my channel page, told me of this movie. Another movie reviewer on YouTube actually talked about this movie, and I'm like, I don't know about this one. But he described it as a horror version of Home Alone. So really, I checked it online, and I'm like, Psycho Santa Claus chasing a little kid. Okay. I mean, there's a lot of Christmas horror movies, and I don't know what will make this one different, you know? Well, like he said, it's Home Alone. And I read in the description on Wikipedia, and it says that the guy that did this movie came before Home Alone. So when they did the Home Alone movie, it was a comedy base. The French director of this movie was trying to sue them, saying that, yo, you remade my movie from Game Over from 1989. So Home Alone was a ripoff of this movie, but instead of the horror element, it went with that comedy element for that movie. So because of that, it sparked my interest. So I checked this movie out, right? And I went on my way trying to check this out, by the way, to be honest with you. Sometimes you gotta break your sources, you know? And this is public domain anyway, because I never even heard of this on DVD or Blu-ray or whatever, so hey, public domain, right? I saw this movie with French language only. If you guys follow my page, I usually watch movies that I can't get if it has no English subtitles. So I just wing it, you know. So I checked the movie out, Wikipedia, IMDb. I use that as my source for translation. And just watching the movie, I could really tell where it was going by. This kid, right, and he lives in a mansion with his mom. Beautiful actress, by the way, a beautiful woman too, his mom. Gorgeous French actress. I gotta say, she was gorgeous. Hey, I'm being honest, right, guys? And this kid is like a genius. You can tell he's good with computers. He fantasizes about being an action star, like an action hero. I would say like Chuck Norris, Rambo, every military action movie you can imagine. You know, like you grew up in the 80s and stuff. You know, early 70s. I mean late 70s. You know, the grindhouse exploitation action movies or B movies like. But mainly I would say Rambo because he was working out, just like Sylvester Stallone, how he does his action movies, you know, and then pumped up, put on his fake toy weapons, and playing his dog, trying to play tricks on his dog, like he's going after his dog, setting booby traps as for fun, you know. And his mansion has passageways too, like secret passageways, so it's kind of cool, his mansion. And in front of his mom is rich. Of course, I mean, she works like in a mall. I would say like a toy store would probably. I would say like a mall, you know. Anyway, it looked like what I read on Wikipedia. It looked like her company hires this guy, right, to play Santa Claus, and he slapped one of the kids, because the kids said that you're a fake Santa Claus, you know, and pretty much the Santa Claus guy got fired, so he's blaming the woman that works in the store for his downfall. So he decided to kill some people to go to this woman's mansion, and I believe he's gonna kill whoever's in the house, you know. But then he ended up killing the kid's dog, going after the kid. When the kid saw that, he got scared because he thought it was Santa Claus. But when the Santa Claus killed his dog, and he realized that this is not Santa Claus, he ran in from his house, took his grandpa with him, you know, dragging him around the mansion, saying it's a psycho killer, and it's pretty much like a cat and mouse moment throughout this whole movie, when he has to protect his granddad and try to protect himself, also trying to get out this house from this psycho killer running around the mansion, just like Home Alone, you know. Like, but actually, Home Alone's a ripoff from this movie, but still, you get the picture, you know. As the movie progressed, he would set up booby traps, you know, when shit gets real, you know, when he has to like, oh man, fuck it, I gotta do something, you know. He sets booby traps later towards the movie, and, you know, trying to stop the Santa Claus. But there's some moments, I gotta admit, kind of weirded me out, when the Santa Claus actually could have killed this kid when he had a chance, you know. But he let him go, because I think I read in Wikipedia, like I said, that he just want to play a cat and mouse. He wants a challenge, pretty much. Say, you know what? I'm going to let you go, pretty much, and I'm going to chase you, and then I'm going to kill you after that. You know, I guess he wanted to have fun. I guess, you know, but to me, I like this movie. To be honest with you, but can you imagine? What if Home Alone, even though it was a remake from this movie, but instead of going the comedy element, what if it went with the original element that this movie went with the horror element? Will the movie kick off what it is today? You know, I don't know what you guys think. But like I said, Game Over 1989, I highly enjoyed it. I thought it was good. Some nitpicks, but I enjoyed the movie. You know, yeah. Shout out to my friend for recommending me this movie. You know, and to any movie reviews that talk about this movie, what I heard about from him, you know. So peace, guys, and see you later.